Deban.
Shalom,
Shalom.
bro. How are you?
I'm great.
Oh, guys, we have just been at Israel Calling, which is not a one-day event. It's a 4-day extravaganza promo event. And there's been lots of highlights. Are we ready to talk about it? Let's do this! Right, we're going to kick this off by talking about Israel Calling in general. It's been so many highlights. I mean, day one, the welcome drink at the Dan Panorama Hotel. That was
amazing.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Highlights of that can be found on our Instagram account, where we had welcome drinks with Jessica Malboy. Then, of course, on day one as well, we went to that boat area, Herzliya.
The marina, yeah.
Tell us about that.
What can you say? It's beautiful.
What can't you say? Gather International actually opened the show there with... It was just fabulous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just fabulous. 1 minute we're on the red carpet, the next minute something rolling on the main stage behind us. Ghana International opened,
and everyone
Israel
is
Calling.
following her.
Beyond fabulous.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we went to Jerusalem, where we were entertained in a cave. That was fabulous. Shiri Maimon, Hovi Star, Imri Ziv, they all gave spectacular performances on a special stage setup.
It was beautiful, actually, and the food was also amazing, but we can...
Absolutely. Again, it was at that place where Zibs from Switzerland were juggling stones, and we captured that on our Instagram channel. Then, of course, the main Israel Calling event in Rabin Square, where thousands of people gathered.
Speechless, like, I'm biased, but I don't know. What do you think?
I tell you what, Israelis have really got a taste of Eurovision, because 25 acts were on stage from 2018 performing hit after hit. It was just beyond amazing. And that is going to be the focus of our discussion this afternoon. We're going to talk about the winners, we're going to talk about the losers, and we're going to talk about the surprises. So, Ron, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah.
Let's start with the winners. Who really impressed you?
Well, I don't want to sound biased again, but I think Netta, she was last and she had her home crown, but the reception was amazing. It was so emotional, and her performance was really great. And it's not going to look like that at Eurovision. That's what she says. So keep an eye for it.
I must admit, Netta was great. Home crowd, people cheering her on. Everybody got out their mobile phones recording the amazing performance. And she felt so comfortable, at ease, and spinning the decks. And it was great. Lots of energy. I was hanging out with her backstage, of course. And she invited me to her party, and I was like, oh my God, you're going to be performing later on. And she was still chilling. She was still having a lot of fun.
Great vibe.
Great vibe. I would have to agree. She was, clearly one of the winners of the night. Anybody else who stood out for you as a winner?
Well, I must say I didn't have that much of time to pay attention to everyone because I was filming non-stop. But I think Slovenia that started the show was pretty good. She was cool.
A banger.
She was cool. It felt good. And it's one of the performances I want to log into wiwibloggs to see, because I want to see it again.
I have to say, Lea Sirk from Slovenia opened the show last night, and what a tsunami of energy. She was great. Even when we interviewed her like 4 a.m, she still had all.
And now you can even know how to dance that.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Vala, nay. It was great. She brought a lot of energy, a lot of vibe, a lot of sass. And she was one of the latecomers to Israel Calling.
A lot of pink.
Pink hair. Love it.
We love it.
Love. Who else was your winner?
Well, not a big surprise, but France got one of the biggest receptions. It felt good. They sound good. The video behind them was very interesting. And I'm not actually one of the biggest fans, you know.
It's interesting because France, who you mentioned, actually was one of my top winners yesterday. I felt that their song it's a silent storm, but it really kicks in, and the production...
In a concert, it's really mercy, yeah.
Not only that, they also had thought behind their visuals, because they brought really stellar visuals to Israel Calling, which kind of gave it more texture and more dynamism, and their chemistry on stage is incredible. And even though it's in French, everybody knows Messi.
And we can even hear the guy finally a bit more.
Yes.
See him and hear him.
That was great. Australia's Jessica Malboy tore it up for me too, baby. Hashtag we got love. My girl. So much energy, always smiling, always very happy, ever the pro. such a great performer, and she was backstage hanging out, partying. I was kind of mingling around Team Australia as well backstage, and then suddenly she had to take her spot, and she just dropped the beat. Amazing. Another big winner for me yesterday was Georgia. I really thought they brought a lot of ethnic folk. There was a real sense of authenticity. It felt actually that Georgia was the act that really brought their country with them. You know, there's some tradition. There's some people that still tune into Eurovision because they want to kind of soak up an aspect of a country which they love but they haven't been to. And Georgia,
they have Georgia for that.
Absolutely. And I felt that Georgia were the true ambassadors yesterday. But of course, you know, it is a competition and we are going to have losers as well. I mean, let's get real. It's not pretty, but we have to do it.
I feel bad about it.
Well, let's roll it off with
Don't
you.
take it too seriously.
Who were your losers yesterday?
I can't call them really loser, but the performances that let me down a bit.
One of them is San Marino, and we know they're good singers, but there were a couple of notes that were kind of off key, and let's hope they're gonna improve it for Eurovision. And I'm actually not a hater of this song. I have nothing against it. I just think live, among all the other acts, they were kind of one of the weakest. But maybe they had some sound issues, so maybe it's not their fault.
I think also Belgium, again, all of the same thing. She didn't hear herself perfectly, but we were waiting for it, and there were some notes that kind of were a bit ouch.
Well, you know, I'm not going to blame the technical faults or the technical hitches. I'm just going to keep it real. Romania, for instance, had lost their whole backdrop and the whole production behind it, and yet they still managed to slay. One of my losers was Belarus. I was looking forward to the song so much. It's actually one of my favorite songs.
I love this song.
And last night's performance was actually not that good. San Marino as well. I think they may have suffered from sound issues. But again, I feel that there's still room for improvement. There ought to be a bit more cohesion. But there were a few surprises yesterday. Did you have any surprises? People that you thought that wouldn't...
Well, the surprise was, I think, from the audience, because like Moldova got one of the biggest reception. It was, I guess, it's fun song, so all the audience was like, you know, dancing and, you know, having fun. And also Denmark, which we know is good, but everyone was kind of feeling it in a way, so it felt good.
I have to say Moldova for me as well really stood out. The audience were behind them. They brought a lot of energy. They had their simple choreography,
They're always on point.
It was really, really good. That was one of my surprises. I mean, I saw them perform in Chisinau, and I thought they were good then, but they've even gotten a lot better. And my other surprise was Nicholas Joseph from Czech Republic.
But he's not a surprise, we know.
Well, he's been really unwell. He's been on antibiotics. He almost didn't perform, but actually he went up there like a true pro and dropped it. And another reason why it's a surprise to me is that I'm not particularly sold on the song, but you cannot deny the live performance. And for the first time, I was like, wow, actually
he was all over the stage doing his thing, and he was cool.
He is one to absolutely watch out for. Well, that is what we think. All these performances have been uploaded on our YouTube channel. There's lots of stuff on Twitter, on Instagram. What other social media platforms do we have?
Let's not go there.
Well, of course, that's Tumblr, Pinterest,
Facebook.
We've said Facebook. Oh no, I haven't. You've said Facebook. I haven't said Facebook. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.